win in Finland against Kataja Basket last week, so they will look to maintain their excellent start to life in Group B with their first home game in this brand new competition. Their opponents, Oradea, the Romanian champions, were beaten in their own backyard by the Turkish side at Pınar Karşıyaka, so they'll be looking to secure their first win of the campaign. They did come through qualifying to make it to this stage though, so they have a bit of good form to fall back on, even if their first game of the regular season didn't exactly go to plan. And Maccabi Rand Media have won 2 of their opening 3 games domestically, after winning their first ever Israeli championship last season. A brand new challenge for them. And the challenge tonight is to take on the Romanian champions, who, as I say, came through qualifying to make it through to this stage. They are the only Romanian side left in the competition, after UBT Cluj-Napoca were knocked out in the second round of qualifying. Oradea beat the Slovakian side Prievidza, and the Bulgarian outfit Lukoil Academic over 2 legs each to make it into the group stages, and to come from behind in that second qualifying round as well against Lukoil Academic, who won the first leg by 3 points. But they come into this tournament having won their first ever domestic title last season. They finished second in the regular season and then beat Phoenix Galati, Ubanka Transylvania and Mureș in the playoffs to secure that title, their first since they were formed back in 2003. Well, these are the games from week 2 in Group B. As you can see, just the one game tomorrow. Saratov take on Katia of Finland in the only game to be played tomorrow. The other 6 teams all in action today. The other 2 games kicking off just a little after this, so in half an hour or so, the tip-off times for those 2 following the start of this one. This is how the group standings look at the moment. Very early days, of course, with 14 games to be played in this regular season. As you can see, Maccabi Rand Media currently in 3rd place, having won that opening game. And Oradea with work to do early on here after defeat at home 7 days ago. So they'll be looking for their first win. But there are plenty of games to make amends for those 4 sides who suffered defeats in game week 1. Well, the home side are one of 2 Israeli teams in the competition, the other being Ironi Naharia, who reached the regular season via qualifying stages, but this is the Oradea roster. They had a rather disappointing start, but of course they've played several games in this competition already, because they had to start right at the beginning in qualifying. A few names to look out for. Branko Mirkovic with 4 assists in that defeat to Pınar Karşıyaka. Sean Dennison, the number 15, the centre, who top scored for his team in that game with 17 points. He was the standout player on the night for Oradea. Maccabi Rand Media line up like this, as you can see. Ben Shimol, the number 11, was one of the key players in that win over Kataja. Picked up 10 points and the most assists in the game with 5. Top scorer on that night was Charles Thomas. 23 points for him. He was the man of the game 7 days ago in Finland. So Maccabi Rand Media's first ever home game in this competition. Take on the Turkish side at Pınar Karşıyaka next week in their 3rd game. Remember, there are 14 games to be played in the regular season, so we really are just at the beginning. Even those teams who have a difficult start will get the chance to make amends. The top 4, remember, will automatically make it through to the next stage. Any lower than that, 5th place, does not guarantee a place in the next round, but it is still possible. Surely the top 4 has to be the aim for all of these clubs. This is the first of 2 meetings, of course, between these 2 teams. They will meet again in Romania on the 14th of December.
Maccabi Rand Media.
Promises to be an exciting night here. Israeli champions up against the Romanian championship winners. Teams being introduced onto the court here. Into the start of this one, we're due to get underway in around about 4 or 5 minutes' time. Maccabi Rand Media from the city of Rishon LeZion, about 5 miles south of Tel Aviv. They are coached by Arik Shivek, by the way, who led them to that title last season. So 2 spells in charge of the Israeli national team. Christian Achim is opposite number, in charge of Oradea. He has been with the Romanian side since 2010. The 2 teams just exchanging pleasantries pre-game here. Lively atmosphere inside this arena. The refereeing team from Serbia, Macedonia and Greece this evening. Alexander Glisic of Serbia, Alexander Milijevic of Macedonia and Georgios Pousanidis of Greece making up the team of officials. You are looking at the Oradea players just warming up here ahead of the start. A couple of minutes away from getting this game underway. Before there is Andreea Mandash, averaging 6.8 points so far in this competition. Remember, that does include the qualifying rounds. He is amongst the starting 5 for Oradea. Sean Dennison, another man to keep an eye on. Branko Mirkovic, Tatus Nikowara, Sean Barnett making up the starting 5 for the Romanian champions. Sean Dennison, as I say, was the key man on the night, despite that defeat to Pina Kasiaka in the opening week of this new competition. The side hoping for a little better this time around, but this is a real test for them against the champions of Israel. Inside will be playing in the white jerseys with orange numbers. This is the starting 5 for Maccabi Rand Media. Charles Thomas, top point scorer in that victory in Finland a week ago. The Ben Shimol, a key man as well. Impressive start for Arik Shivek, who's had to rebuild a little bit after that title success last season. New team. Pre-season for him has been about building team spirit, team unity, trying to get some kind of fluidity to their play of this competition. Maccabi there as well, another important player for the home team. He managed 11 rebounds in that win in Finland, 8 points as well. He is one of the starting 5 here. We are nearly ready to get started now. Pre-game handshakes are all complete. And away we go in week 2 of the Basketball Champions League. Second chance for the Romanian league winners to register their first win of the competition. Can they do it here in Israel tonight? Away we go. It's the home team who have the first possession. Shimol who will pull the strings. This is Thomas. Then Shimol again. Thomas puts it up and in. The opening score. Thomas off the mark. First of many, that's what his teammates will be hoping anyway. Prolific a week ago. Looking to match that this evening, but Oradea responding straight away. Levelling it up at 2 points apiece. It's important to get that first score on the board, the opening points of the game. There's McRae. Drew the foul. Getting the 2. And the opportunity to go to the line as well. It's too good here. The first opportunity from the line for him. McRae makes the free throw as well. Open up a 5-2 lead early on with a minute played in the first quarter. Bright start from the home team. By 3 in these very early stages. So McRae got the final touch there. Response coming here from Oradea. The shot though missing from Dennison. Number 15 who opened the scoring for the visitors here. Here's Dennison again. Again on the end of it once more. Kuara getting it out wide, and then the shot for 3 misses. Off the rim, and the rebound from Ben Shimol. Still the 3-point lead intact here for Maccabi Rand Media. This is Thomas standing it off there to Ben Shimol. Ben Shimol able to return the favour. Off a foot of the Oradea player. Kick the ball away. Trey just unable to get hold of that one. This is Mirkovic, and he's lost it. And Ben Shimol looking to break away, but it's well, it was temporarily stolen back. A little bit scrappy there from both teams. It has gone out of bounds. Shimal didn't spot Barnett getting back there. Very briefly stole possession back for the Romanians. Shimal picking out Anoshi, and there's the first big shot we've seen. First three-pointer of the night. 2 lead. Maccabi Rand Media. 3, that from Hilliard. Anthony Hilliard, 5 points and 2 assists in the opening game of this regular season. Really on his way to bettering that tally with that early three-pointer. Gonna get this shot away soon. Shot clock is counting down. Will they get it away in time? They didn't. A little bit careless there from the Romanians. Trail by 6, of course, following that 3. Here is Shimal again, and he adds another 2. They're into double figures. Lively start from Ben Shimal, his first points of the night, though. Here's Mirkovic. Mandash. I think is the man who's been singled out here this time. Maccabi Rand Media have made a pretty good start here. Mandash, that's better. His first score of the night. Oradea. Some more points on the board at last. 2.5 minutes into the first quarter here, as it's a little tap in for McRae. Yvonne McRae looking at 5 points on the night for him so far, as the 3 goes up and not good this time. Barnett missing his attempt. The 8-point restored there very quickly by Maccabi Rand Media. Dash. Work again defensively from the home team. This was nicely tipped in by Yvonne McRae. Couldn't really miss there, the big man. 2 from 2 from the field for him so far. 6 from the field for the home team. They've started brightly. Hilliard out for the 3 from Hanoshi, which doesn't drop. Would have made it a double-digit lead already in these early stages. Valuable to get that early advantage. Nice quick hands, and the finish as well is a clever one from Mirkovic. That's much better from the Romanians. Gap reduced to 6. That was clever, quick, incisive passing. As Ben Shimal gets it out for the 3, which is no good. McRae with a rebound. Gets it out again. Thomas for 3, and not this time. McRae's under it again. So Hilliard, I beg your pardon. Couldn't quite get hold of it. Missed a couple from distance now, the home team, after nailing pretty much every opportunity early on. This was really neat passing, very clever little finish as well from Mirkovic. He's lifting it high to make the block ineffective. First from the line is missed by Hilliard. Anthony Hilliard missed the second as well, so disappointment there for Maccabi Rand Media's number 5. Remains a 6-point game in the early stages here, nearly halfway through the first quarter. Slow start from Oradea. The Romanians to try and keep things tight defensively and try and be as clinical as they can. They know that this is a really tough task ahead. It's a nice little pass inside. He wants it back again here, Mandash. It's looked lively in these opening minutes. Nice pass inside again. The finish not quite there from Nikoara. And now the quick break. Richard. McRae, too strong and too good. 2 more for him. He started well, 7 points. Pass has gone astray from Mikovic. It was a difficult one for Barnett, who couldn't really get hold of it. McRae is proving to be pretty lethal in these early stages. No contest, that one, really. Just holding off challenge from Dennison there. First time out of the opening quarter.
After that, please. We must do it with him faster and to announce it to play our set. Set records, please.
But we got to work. Play on all fours. Back.
Down, I want to receive the ball here, not here. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Make them pass more. You know, play only one-on-one.
So the 8-point lead here for Maccabi Rand Media. A little over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oradea, and a slightly slow start. 8 points adrift already at these early stages. Travelling called. Stanoshi. Senhanoshi. Here's Mikovic. For a bit of movement from his teammates here. Not many options open to him. 7 on the shot clock. Mikovic. Barnett. Got to do something quickly here. Got to get the shot away. It's rejected. And now a chance for the fast break. This is going to be an easy 2 for Hanochi. Great defense again from Oradea. Against Oradea, I should say, who are really struggling to make things happen here. It's a nice no-look pass there, and the foul is called as well. Nice little pass that. And Mikovic couldn't quite get the shot to drop. Richard has been penalised. This was the block and the break. Great defence from Maccabi. Nikoara drawing the foul, not making the shot, but he gets 2 from the line instead. Chance to make it an 8-point game once again. 2 from 2 from the line. And Shea Kadir has made his way onto the court. First time that he's been involved, double-double in the victory over Kataya. points and 12 rebounds. And he's come under pressure here. Wasn't a backcourt violation, came off the hand of Dennison, that one. Here he is now, the new man, Kadir, going in and putting it up and scoring. So he is into the game straight away and making his mark immediately. 10-point game, 18-8. Elishay Kadir off the mark. That is really good defense again. Oradea struggling to find a way through at the moment. At the other end, they are finding it relatively easy, I should say, to get through and create chances. Turnovers from the visiting team so far. Movement, passing has been better from the home team. Straight away, Kadir has made an impact. Which is exactly what Rishevek would have been hoping for. This is Mandash. Again, excellent defense work. It's Hilliard that time. And this is Thomas. Quite quiet so far. And unable to add to the tally with that one. So still 10 points in it. Approaching the end of the first quarter now. They are starting to miss a few opportunities. The home team, they are not letting anything go. Defensively outstanding so far. So Pasalic has come on now. Place of Mandash for Oradea. Trail by 10, 18-8 as the three goes up and in. Three more for Hilliard. Doubles his tally. 6 points now on the board and the ball is loose and it's a scramble. This will surely go here in the end, or it just goes out of bounds. Really good pressure. It's been a really good aggressive start from the home team. Just not allowing anything to get through easily. Oradea trail by 13. They need to get the shot away quickly. They get it away in time, and it does go in eventually. Took an age to drop that one, but it's an important two for Oradea. They're into double figures. Down by 11 with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Richard. A long three, not good this time. 21-10. This will be the last chance, surely, for the visiting team. They haven't been able to make it count. Maccabi Rand Media can just take their time here. Run the clock down. One more opportunity to increase this advantage by even more before the buzzer goes at the end of this first quarter. The foul is called. Much to the frustration of Christina Chim. Foul on Elishay Kadir by Dennison. Kadir, who's now got the opportunity to add to the two, he's scored already. It's a poor first attempt. Still a couple of seconds left on the clock in this first quarter, so this will be a quick break if it's to come to anything for Oradea. Oh, the slip, and the buzzer goes before he's punished for it. Mirkovic, for a horrible moment, he thought he was going to hand an easy two to the Israelis, who don't really need much help at this stage. They have been dominant in the opening 10 minutes here, 21 points to 10. It's been an excellent start for the champions of Israel. This was always going to be a tough task for Oradea, and so far they will not be too happy with the way things have gone. A 22-10 lead. Of course, there was that free throw right at the end, making it a 12-point lead at the end of this first quarter. A couple of three-pointers from Maccabi Rand Media. Not a single three-pointer so far from Oradea. In truth, haven't had too many scoring opportunities. Field goals, 36%. A couple of free throws. 7 turnovers to 3, and look at the steals as well. 4 steals from Maccabi Rand Media, more rebounds, albeit not a huge difference in the stats so far there, but it's just been the opportunities that Maccabi just haven't allowed Oradea to have so far. They've been defensively outstanding in the opening 10 minutes here. Appears to be a bit of a gulf in class between these two at the moment, but it is early days. The Romanians perhaps just getting used to their surroundings, and if they come out fighting in the second quarter, they can soon turn this around. Away we go at the start of the second quarter, with Oradea needing a lively start. Just need to start making things happen. Home team playing with real intensity, great organisation. Closing down is really quick. There's just no space at all, although there was enough space to get the shot away there, but the pressure paying off once more. It's just all a little bit scrappy. Petrosor has it now for Oradea. Need to end this with another attempt. Out it comes for 3. Petrosor, no good. But they've got the rebound. Nicolescu couldn't make it count. More frustration here. Although Oradea are at least keeping the ball in the Maccabi half at the moment. Again, excellent defense from Maccabi Rand Media. Look at those field goals, 4 from 14, and that's because they just haven't really had too many easy chances. That's an open 3, it's good. That's more like it. Pasalic off the mark. Oradea finally make that early spell of pressure count in this second quarter. Spent the best part of a minute inside the Maccabi Rand Media half. How about this for a 3? Nothing but net. A 3 that was much needed as well, so the lead down to single digits once again. 9 points the difference. As they look to increase it to 11 again, and it's 2 more for Kadir, following up nicely. 5 points for him so far. 24-13 Kadir. 2 from 2 from the field. So here's Denison, leaves it for Pasalic. Slicher hit that 3 moments ago. It was their first 3 of the night. And looking for a way through. The foul is called. Gets the N1. Excellent work there from Petrosor. He's trying to make things happen here at the start of this second quarter. So far, so good from him. His first score of the night. Makes the free throw as well. 8-point lead for Maccabi Rand Media. Hilliard. Now Richard. Shimol. To Thomas now from Oradea. Thomas is blocked. It's better, much better from Oradea. Thomas denied the opportunity there, and Romanians back in possession. Can they cut this gap even more? 8 points the difference at the moment. Get that down to 6 or 5. They feel like they are right back in this game. It's a nice pass inside, and the finish is good as well. Draws the foul. There's only 3 left on the shot clock, but Oradea have started this second quarter really well. Simple pick and roll, and that is the finish from Dennison. Nice work there from Sean Dennison, who makes the free throw as well. Well, this is making it a much closer contest now. Oradea have started this second quarter well, and Maccabi Rand Media not really up to the task at the moment in this second half. The second quarter, I should say. A little slow out of the blocks. Thomas to this corner. Gonna move it around here. Back out to Hilliard. And the pass a little loose. Time running out. Good defense from Oradea. Superb from the Romanians. Great response. Petrosor ran into trouble. Travelling called against him though. Disappointed with that because his team are on a roll. Reduced this to a 5-point game. Leading the second quarter by 9 points to 2.
At the end of the play, I just show you the end of the play.
Yeah, I got it.
This guy set the screen here. He goes on the flare. This guy comes here, try to pass the flare, and the big man set the screen here on the big man. Okay, 4 flash. Okay. Now Avi, hey, now guys, sometimes when you go here and he sets the flare, this guy is already coming up. Look at me. This guy is already coming up to get this guy. Okay. So instead of going to set the screen, sometimes you can get the ball here directly from him. Okay? Look at it. Okay? Let's go.
Good defense. Go.
Well, there's certainly been an improvement for the visiting team since Petrosor came onto the court. There's been some good play from Dennison as well in the second quarter. This was probably the play of the game so far. They have shown glimpses of real quality, the Romanians. Possibly not on a consistent basis so far in the game, as Richard puts it up. Oh, rejected. It looked like a simple tap in there for Javon McRae. Looking more solid as well now, the Romanians. Big 3 attempted, no good. Ball is loose, Thomas battling for it. And they have managed to get it back. Richard, nice pass, and the finish is good from Hilliard. Puts it in, and it is a 7-point game once again. And Anthony Hilliard with 8 points now, leading the way in this first half. Top scorer in the game so far. Anthony Hilliard. He bettered his tally from a week ago where he scored 5 points. There's a couple of assists. No rebounds. He's going to better that by some way this time around. Thomas, Richard, Shimal, Richard for three, good! Patrick Richard nails the three. And just like that we have a 10-point game again. And it just seems to have inspired the Maccabi Rand Media players. Suddenly a little more intensity, a little more intent about them. Here's the three from Richard. Never in doubt. And the long two is good. Oradea needed that score from Sean Barnett. His first points of the night. It's an 8-point lead now for the home team, who have kept their opponents at a safe distance for much of this first half. Looking to increase the lead there. Richard missing the threes, got it back again. This is Javon McRae and Thomas and Barnett moving it around quickly here. Hilliard, and now it's Ben Shimal and Thomas into Richard, and finally it is the Romanians who come away with it. The three is no good. The rebound, well, it was almost gobbled up there by Dennison, but he just couldn't quite hold on to it. Good defense, great block there from Dennison. Maccabi just a little off the mark in the last few minutes as far as their offensive work is considered. It's not really been as sharp as it was in the early stages. Just starting to miss a few opportunities. Their field goal percentage a lot lower than it was early on in the game, and it didn't look as though they could miss. Now Hilliard thought about the shot, went against it in the end. Thomas into McRae, nice pass. Easy finish. Javon McRae into double figures. I beg your pardon, he's on 9. It's to there. But surely for him, only a matter of time before he gets into double figures. Pass outside, Pasalic. There's the two, and it's good. Easy two for Barnett. Doubles his tally for the night. Oradea. Foul called. Gets to Birna. That was the two from Barnett. Started hitting them now. Eight-point game. 12 points the difference, remember, at the end of the first quarter. Thomas to Hilliard. Richard out on this near side, goes for three and nails it. 3 more for Richard. 6 points in total. 11-point lead again for the Israeli champions. There's Sean Barnett inside. Just about got the pass away in time. looking for a way through. Shot which actually turned into a pass. Well, there's two attempted shots there that came to absolutely nothing. Air balls, both of them. Now at the other end, missed opportunity for Thomas. But that is a nice two from Richard. Now he's racking up the points. 8 for Patrick Richard. 13 the lead for Maccabi Rand Media.
First man, timeout Oradea.
Good night for the home side so far in Rishon LeZion. That's the three from Richard a few moments ago. As a timeout is called. 13-point lead for the Israeli champions, 36-23.
After offensive rebound. Guys, what is this? What is this? I want to play for you. Go to play. Go to play. One down. For you. Hey, kick this guy. You said good screen for him. Kick him. 1, 2, 3. Wait. You play low post.
It had been going pretty well for Oradea. Got themselves a little closer to within 5 points at one stage. Having trailed by 12 at the end of the first quarter, that lead has now increased to 13 for the hosts. After a decent little spell. McRae, Hilliard and Richard all hitting their mark in the last few minutes. And the interception, great steal. Oh, and it's stolen back again. Well, both teams guilty of giving the ball away. Turnovers certainly haven't gone the way of the Romanians for the most part tonight. Numbers come to nothing once again. Here's Richard. Anochi into Thomas, puts it up and misses at the second attempt as well. Like he was going to finish that off on his own, and now it's been given away really by Oradea. Brilliant from Richard. A little bit of showboating. How about that from Patrick Richard? Made it look easy. And moves him into double figures and makes it a 15-point lead. And Maccabi Rand Media are now on the charge. Richard. And it goes to Thomas, who has left in too much space. And two more for the big man. Just 4 points so far for Charles Thomas. 23 points against the Finnish side a week ago. Top scorer in that win over Kataya. He's just helped his side reach a 17-point lead as we approach the end of the first half. There's a long two, which is good. Oradea needed that. Pasalic absolutely had to make it. Needed to stop the flow of points that were going against them. Now they trail by 14. Lead increasing by 2 since the end of the first quarter. And Shimol stolen back. And there is enough time here for the Romanians to get one last score on the board here. Got to make the most of this. In it comes. Disappointing end to the quarter and a disappointing end to the half for Oradea, who had got themselves into a good position. resurgence from Maccabi Rand Media in the final couple of minutes of that second quarter has seen them extend their lead to 15 points, 40 points to 25 at the halfway stage. Some positive things to take out of that first half for Ari Shivek. They'll be pretty satisfied, really. Oradea looked as though they were playing their way back into the contest. They'd managed to make it a 5-point game at one stage, but that has quickly become a 15-point game. And supporting good voice so far tonight. So we have a look back at some of the key moments of this first half. Look at this from Richard, outstanding. Put it away brilliantly. But it's 40 points to 25. Maccabi Rand Media in complete control here. 15 points is not an unassailable lead. Oradea showing signs, as I say, in that second quarter that they are capable of coming back and making this a real contest. So far so good then for Maccabi Rand Media at the halfway stage here. They lead by 40 points to 25. No one has scored more than 5 points for the visiting team. Denison and Pasilic and Zeno as well, with 5 points apiece. In the opening half, Patrick Richard leading the way in rebounds and in points for the home team. Anthony Hilliard with a couple of 3-pointers, Richard with 10 points, the only man in double figures. Ben Shimol with 4 assists in that first half as well, the point guard pulling the strings early on. This is Hilliard hitting 3 from long range. When they got into their groove, the home team looked a little unstoppable at times. Javon McRae so often there just to tidy things up around about the rim. Defense really impressive as well from the home team in the first half. This is McRae again, great power from him. He's had a pretty good start to the game. He was leading the point scoring in the early stages. Well, he made that look easy, didn't he, against Denison? A couple of examples here of just how good they were defensively as well. Anoshu taking advantage of some excellent defense from his teammates. Just more efficient in the opponent half. In that first quarter in particular, it was a dominant display. It was aggressive. It was very, very impressive indeed from Maccabi Rand Media. Certainly felt like a much closer contest in the second quarter, but Oradea paying the price for just allowing things to slip away a little bit in the second quarter, and they'd got themselves into a good position. And they did have their moments. Long range shooting was a bit of a problem. That was a rare 3 for Pasilic. They do need to step it up a gear in the second half. So far, so good though for the home team. And they keep up this level of performance to make it 2 wins from 2 in the Basketball Champions League. Maccabi Rand Media lead at the halfway stage against Oradea by 40 points to 25.
למה זה תמיד קורה בדיוק כשזה מתחיל להרגיש נכון? את מתקשרת, איך את לא מבינה זה א' ב' תתני לבן אדם לנשום? מה כבר ביקשת? תשאיר איתה תשובה. איפה אתה מתי חוזר? תשובה. אם איתה עוד לא מדבר, תביני אין פה היגיון בין השפיות לשיגעון. דבש בשפתיים ועוקץ של הקו, יש לה אש בעיניים, אבל גם לך כועס בשלכת. בכלל לא סתם, יש סיכוי עוד בשבילנו, אבל לא עכשיו. תשובה, תשובה, כבר מאבד את הצפון. תשובה, תשובה, כבר לא יודע מה נכון. לא בדיוק אישה בונה, אצלך בתוך הנשמה. למה זה תמיד קורה בדיוק כשזה מתחיל להרגיש שלם? את שוב רומזת לי, איך את לא מבינה זה לא עוזר רק שאני מרגיש אשם. מה כבר ביקשת? תשובה. איפה אתה מתי חוזר? תשובה. אם איתה עוד פעם מדבר, תביני אין פה היגיון בין השפיות לשיגעון. דבש בשפתיים ועוקץ של הקו, יש לה אש בעיניים, אבל גם לך כועס בשלכת. בכלל לא סתם, יש סיכוי עוד לפנינו, אבל לא עכשיו. תשובה, תשובה, כבר מאבד את הצפון. תשובה, תשובה, כבר לא יודע מה נכון. לא בדיוק אישה בונה, אצלך בתוך הנשמה. חיוכי שדונה אצלך בתוך הנשמה Sunday night, what's that? Am I blind right? Am I blind right? Sneam, stumbling good job, but don't lose him, mom, get back going, fuck ya high. Gonna be alright. Bounce to the bus, and you're sometimes come to the bus. Put on and Boston, I said I'm high and low.
Now, if the best to the one this guy is holding him, and our thing is just back to trap, John. This is a trap. You responsible, and if you go to you got two. One of them is cutting, you got it. Let's go. Let's go, guys.
כבוד הפייסבוק של האוהדים, הסעה מסודרת ומסובסדת. תהיו מעודכנים, כל הנעשה, לעמוד הפייסבוק של האוהדים.
Let's run 5. Okay? Okay. 5.
We go like this. Brand, like first 5. Hide.
Okay?
Hide, guys. Hide. Don't give 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to the Beit Maccabi Arena. A pretty good night so far for the hosts. Maccabi Rand Media leading by 15 at the end of the first half. There was a bit of a fight back from the Romanians in the second quarter, but it did fade towards the end, and it just allowed the Israeli champions to re-establish their dominance. So you feel the Romanians need a bright start to this third quarter to give themselves a really good chance of getting back into this game. Encouraged by the fact they showed signs in that second quarter that they were able to turn this around. They got it to within 5, you'll remember, at one stage. Patrick Richard is leading the way as far as the point scoring goes for the hosts, 10 for him. Avery Ben Shimol with 4 assists, and that is a good start for Thomas. Charles Thomas, who top scored for Maccabi Rand Media in the first game, 6 points now. He's missed a few attempts so far tonight, but that one was always going in. Biggest lead of the night now, 17 the difference as the Romanians look to respond immediately. And there it is, the rebound, and well, Sean Dennison needing no second invitation there to slam it down. Get Oradea's first score of this second half. It's a bit better. Good defence from the Romanians. They've really got to keep the energy levels up and keep the pressure up. Well, it was nearly a wasted opportunity. So Nicoara, in the end, putting it in at the second attempt. Oh, and they've stolen it again here. Mandash is going to go alone. Oh, he's missed it. My goodness. What a golden opportunity. That is a gift for Maccabi Rand Media, who make him pay. Should have reduced the gap to 11. Instead, it is now 15 points. Oh, Mandash might have nightmares about this one. The simple layup. How did he miss it? Bit of a shocker. Here's Mirkovic. Just took his eye off the ball for a moment, and it was a moment too long. Maccabi Rand Media are making them pay for these early mistakes. So Javon McRae, he had 2 or 3 bites of the cherry there and couldn't finish it off. We still have a 15-point lead for the home team. There's Mandash. Well, that pass wasn't quite what he intended, but it almost turned into an assist, which would have been a little fortunate, given that he nearly made a complete mess of it. Disastrous start for Mandash. That was pretty good from Dennison, following up and slamming it down. Mirkovic. Back to him again, Mandash. Pass inside. Oradea waste another opportunity. 15 points, still the difference. Romanians are showing signs of improvement as their defensive work is considered, but offensively, far too many errors in these early stages. They cannot afford to waste chances. Gifted or passed up real gilt-edged chances so far. They've again managed to stop their opponents from increasing that tally, but this is where they have to make it count. Dennison. Pass out to this near side. Joara. Nowhere to go in the end. Barnett. Mirkovic. Long three. Way wide of the mark. And again, no punishment for Maccabi Rand Media, having missed an opportunity themselves. And they really could have made this far worse for Oradea. A few more of those, and it could start to look very, very unpleasant for the Romanians. They now trail by 18. Hanocci with a big three. Out it comes to Mandash. This is Mirkovic. Now the three from the far side, no good. Hanocci allowed to go inside all on his own. Comes to nothing. This is Mandash. Trying to make amends for that miss from earlier. Well, that'll make him feel a bit better. Ben Shimol. Keeping the pressure up here, the Israeli champions. They have missed chances themselves. Time is running out here. Thomas goes for the big three and misses. Charles Thomas hasn't quite been at his best. 3 from 9 from the field now. Oradea, though, just 1 3-pointer all night from 10 attempts, and that really does tell its own story. Here come the home team, and that is just too easy for Charles Thomas. Wasn't going to miss that one. Hilliard setting him up. 8 fast break points for the home team compared to 2 for the visitors, as Mandash misses another, but it does eventually go in. Oradea get the 2. Much needed. Couple of points here. Mandash going up, missing his attempt, but tapped in by Barnett. Dennison was there as well to make sure that it did actually go in on this occasion. 16-point lead for Maccabi Rand Media. Thomas. Hanochi for 3, no good. Thomas. Hanochi. Time running out, the quick pass and the finish. Zalmanson off the mark. Maccabi Rand Media get to the 50-point mark, and this is going to be an easy 2. The one-handed slam from Thomas. A high five from the fan. He was never going to miss that one. I was saying he has missed opportunities in the game, but this, well, Benchimol just making it easy for him. Nice steal that from Benchimol. He's been setting him up all night. Another assist for him. 6 in total so far.
Let's go, guys. Hey, everybody, it's important for us. Don't make fun of ourselves. Hey, let me bring the ball back.
Hey, we go in defense too now. Be careful in offense. Look, first time I want to play this for you. Second, I want to play pens.
Yeah, watch out these numbers.
Hey, look here. Titus, play this. Roll very fast. After that, I want to have this for this. Run back.
Well, looking quite relaxed in the Maccabi Rand Media camp. And why not? 20-point lead at this stage. Zalmanson getting off the mark. 4 minutes, 4 seconds left in the third quarter, and Maccabi Rand Media, well, they've increased their lead by a further 5 points since the start of the second half. Point difference in this quarter alone. Oradea falling further and further behind. Nikawara, huge 3 attempted on the buzzer, missed. And more frustration for Oradea. 20 points down. It's yet another 3-pointer that's failed to find its intended target. They've missed 10 out of 11. Hanochi comes inside, gets the 2 away. No problem. Hanochi making it 22-point lead. 7 points for Nitzan Hanochi. A couple of assists for him as well. Making this look easy at the moment. Oradea finally get a 3. Boy, did they need that. It's a big 3 as well. This is Richard. Gets it again. Quick pass inside, and Kadir, nowhere to go. Gets the pass away, moving it around nicely. Hilliard goes up for the 2 and misses. Foul is called. It's a nice three from Mandash. Really needed that. Just from a personal perspective, either be that layup that he missed that might be playing on his mind a little bit. Might not make a difference in the long run, depending on the scoreline at the end of the contest, but it did make such a big difference at the time. Had he made it, it would have made it an 11-point game. A few seconds later, Maccabi Rand Media up the other end of the court, making it a 15-point lead. Fine margins make such a huge difference. It is a 21-point game as things stand. The lead has been as high as 22. They're trying to reduce that. Mandash has missed the three this time. He was short. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oradea, faced with a sea of blue there, got his pass away to Zalmalson, back into Kadir. Nice little offhand to Richard, and finally the foul is called. Dennison involved here. "21 points in this with 40 left in the third quarter. Oradea just haven't been able to find a rhythm to their game. Little patches where things have gone reasonably well, and then they've had a bad spell immediately afterwards. Seen them have a lot of their good work undone. Israeli champions just more consistent throughout this game so far. There's still a long way to go. They can't keep missing opportunities like that. Dennison this time guilty of it. He's top scoring for his side at the moment with 7, joint top scorer along with Mandash. Christian will know that this is not really good enough from his team so far. Need a really good final 10 minutes if they are going to turn this into a contest, which it could still become. It needs an injection of something from the Romanians. This is Hilliard now. Richard. Oh, Kadir took his time, but he's got it to go. 2 more. 59-36. Opens up a 23-point lead, the biggest lead of the game so far. 30 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Here's the long 2, it's good. Better from Oradea. Zalmanson. Hilliard. Just run the clock down here. Maybe one more attempt. Zalmanson out for a 3. It is no good. And time almost up. Time is up in the third quarter. And it is not the outcome that Oradea would have wanted at this stage. They have an awful lot to do. In the final quarter here, they trail by 21. 15 points down, remember, at the end of the first half. That lead for Maccabi Rand Media has increased by 6 over the last 10 minutes. Solid enough performance from the home team. Plenty of missed opportunities for CSM, CSU, Oradea. The Romanian champions probably feel they've not quite lived up to the expectations. They always knew this was going to be tough against we've got to remember, the champions of Israel. They might be in a period of rebuilding, but they've started the regular season domestically pretty strongly. Their 2 wins from their first 3 games in the Israeli League. They beat Bnei Hasharon on Sunday. Big win as well, 16-point win, 89-73 to make it 2 wins and a loss in the opening 3 games. Oradea with a bit of a mixed start to their campaign, 1-3, lost 2. They were beaten by the league leaders CSA Steaua at the weekend, away from home, 90-86. Tough defeat. Maybe that just playing on their minds a little bit coming into this. These 2 teams will no doubt appreciate each other's achievements over the last 12 months, both of them securing their first ever domestic titles. A big opportunity for them in this brand new European basketball competition. So far, so good in the Basketball Champions League for Maccabi Rand Media, who will be hoping to get through the final 10 minutes here without any disasters. They play a solid enough quarter, they should come away with the victory and make it 2 wins from 2. This is Pasalic now, nice pass inside, and the finish is a good one. Positive start to the final quarter from Oradea. Barnett with a 2. Oradea move on to 40 points, down by 19. Barnett was there again to get his hand in the way and stop the pass from reaching its intended target. Barnett has moved on to 10 points tonight now. It's the missed attempt from Hilliard, and the second as well. Comes to nothing. So Oradea need to do that a few more times. And they need to go up the other end of the court and make it count. Start cutting into that gap. Put a bit of doubt into the mind of the Maccabi Rand Media players. Chance for 3. Was away in time, but it's missed. Kadir with the rebound. Oradea still struggling from long range, as you can see, just 2 from 13. Defensively, a big improvement from them in the second half. It's very early days in the Basketball Champions League, so not a disaster if you lose your opening 2 games, but it's not the start you want. Got to start making these count here. Oradea just keep missing opportunities to cut this deficit. They still trail by 19.
יוצא מספר 5, שון ברנט.
"19 points, 8 minutes, and a few seconds left in this game. You can just tell that Maccabi Rand Media are trying to manage the game now. Sometimes it is just about game management when you're looking to see it out. They will feel their lead is more or less big enough to go on and win this, but there's no guarantees. So Nelson adding another 2, that'll help the cause. 21-point lead once again. 21 points needed in 7 minutes 40. That's something that Oradea haven't managed in this game so far. 10 points in the first quarter, 15 in the second, 13 in the third. They've now got to start scoring points freely, and they can't keep missing opportunities. Might get another chance here. They need to start dealing in threes, and they're so far failing to make anything count. by Nicolescu. Sam Malson winning the rebound and gobbling up the chance. 61 points to 40. Big three attempted, it's good! Hilliard again, he's been the best long-range shooter tonight. Top scorer. With 11 points now and 3 3-pointers, which is more than Oradea's players have managed combined. They've only hit 2 from long range so far. Nice pass inside though, but the finish wasn't there. And here is Richard. The pass and the foul. And it's still a 24-point lead for Maccabi Rand Media.
נכנס למכבי רנד מדיה ראשון לציון, יוצא שי קטין.
Opportunity for Hilliard to go to the line. Hilliard. Going to miss that one. Playing with confidence now. Anthony Hilliard. 5 points and 2 assists, no rebounds in his in that first game of the competition. Different night tonight, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, top scorer with 13 points. What has been a relatively low scoring game so far. This side leading by 26. .6:14 left on the clock. Oradea need to start scoring. That one will go in eventually. A little scrappy, but they all count. Von McRae. Now Richard. Hilliard. Another 3, Richard this time, misses. Mirkovic can come away. So Petrosor, beg your pardon. He did make a difference when he came on in the second quarter. Livened things up a little bit for the Romanians, trying to make something happen here. Pass is a decent one, nice turn and finish. Couple of points for Tibina. His first points of the night. 66-44. It's 4 points for the night, beg your pardon, for Bogdan Tibina. McRae with a rebound. To the final 5 minutes. McRae drawing the foul, and his chance now from the line. Started the game in really lively fashion. Got 9 points, he's now into double figures. 6 rebounds as well for McRae. Joint leader with Hilliard in that respect. missed the second attempt, so still a big gap. As big as it could have been. That's a 23-point lead now, 67-44. As Hilliard goes for the 2 and gets it. Seemed to take an age to fall, but Hilliard increasing that lead once again. 25-point lead now, which is reduced immediately. 3-pointer from Pasalic. A rare 3-pointer for the Romanians. Salmanson. Oh, well, they pass. Oh, and it's missed. Well, well, well. Levy can't quite believe that. It's a really well disguised pass, but oh my goodness. Well, we've had a couple like that, haven't we, tonight? Mandash's layup miss, and that really should have been guaranteed 2 for Levy. No points for Levy so far tonight. That would have given him his first score. And opportunity for Oradea to cut that gap again. Tabina from the line. First one's good. To make it a 20-point game. Edging their way closer to 50 points here, the Romanians. And Hilliard. Star man tonight so far. 15 points for Anthony Hilliard. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Gets it again here from Richard. That's inside. Salmanson. Did he get that shot away in time? He does. Salmanson. Did well. He's made quite an impact, Salmanson. 8 points for him. Back to 22 again. Let's have another look here. Salmanson. He's claiming a foul. It's been wiped out, I think, that 2 from Salmanson. 69-49 it remains. Point lead still. Oradea. Salmanson with a foul. And Tabina is the man to step up to the line. Just to make it 69-51. Oradea getting past the 50-point mark. Still trailed by 18 with 3:20 left to play. Salmanson, misses this time. Getting too much luck over the last few minutes here, Salmanson. This is Barnett. Can he get into double figures? Gets the pass out. Do really need to start dealing in threes now if they're to make this at all uncomfortable for Maccabi Rand Media. Pasalic. Time is running out. They need to get a shot away soon. It's a long 2. It's good. It's nicely worked. they are chipping away at this Maccabi Rand Media lead. They have reduced it to 16 points. Maccabi Rand Media in cruise mode a little bit in this fourth quarter. It might just be a little costly. Nice play, but no finish. Sabina spurning the opportunity. It has just been one of those nights for Oradea. Nothing seems to be coming off for them. It's been some positive aspects to their performance in this final quarter again, but it's been the consistency over the game that's cost them ultimately. Levy for three, blocked. Barnett, excellent work there. Now can they make it count? Barnett for three, good! That's more like it. Sean Barnett. And the scoreline looks a lot healthier now from Oradea's point of view. It might be too little too late. The response from Hilliard is missed it. Oradea can maybe just create a little bit of doubt in the minds of the Israeli champions here in the closing moments. They might be running out of time. And they are still missing opportunities. Salmanson. Maccabi Rand Media just want to make sure they don't throw this away. It's a 13-point lead now. This has been Oradea's best quarter so far. They've scored 18 points. And they've reduced the deficit by 8 in this quarter. You do get the feeling that home side have taken their foot off the gas a bit in the last few minutes. A little bit of overconfidence perhaps, but now it's starting to look like the win is going to be theirs. Javon McRae just took too long. Just a little bit sloppy, these closing moments from Maccabi Rand Media. I think Ari Shivek will be a little disappointed if his team end up winning this game by less than 10 points. Credit to Oradea for keeping up the pressure. Pass was going to no one, it was going to the coach, who was not impressed. A frustrating night. And probably more for the fact that he knows his team can play better. And this will be a disappointing result from that perspective alone, because this is a tough place to come. It was always going to be a tough game. Probably feels his team have maybe not performed to their maximum. Time almost up. One last shot maybe. Barnett goes as the final buzzer goes, and it's all over. It is a 13-point victory as Maccabi Rand Media win by 69 to 56. The damage was done in the first half. They led by 12 at the end of the first quarter and then by 15 at the end of the first half. The second half edged by Oradea, mainly due to a decent performance in the final quarter when Maccabi Rand Media just appeared to switch off a little bit. 69-56 the final score. And Maccabi Rand Media have done what was necessary. The 13-point deficit may have been reduced significantly had Oradea taken their chances. They struggled with their long-range shooting. Maccabi Rand Media will be very, very happy with their start to the Basketball Champions League. 2 wins out of 2. 12 games still to go in the regular season, so it is far too early to even think about what this means for them in terms of the competition as a whole. For Oradea, 2 defeats out of 2. Not really the start that they would have wanted after doing so well to get through qualifying to reach this stage of the competition. The Basketball Champions League will prove to be a difficult competition for them, you would think. Some aspects of their play tonight was good. Other aspects perhaps a little disappointing. As I mentioned already, Christian Chim will be disappointed mainly because he will feel his team can do more. This was not the Israeli champions at their very best. It did make it an interesting contest at times. Ari Shivak will be happy with his team's display in the first quarter in particular. The first half, as a rule, was pretty good from the home team's point of view. They did switch off a bit in the fourth quarter, and that's why the margin of victory perhaps wasn't as big as it looked as though it might be. It's a pretty hefty looking 22-point lead. 21-point lead, beg your pardon, at the end of the third quarter. It's reduced to 13. A lot of points on the fast break from the home team. Hilliard leading the way as far as the point scoring goes. 15 points for him, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, arguably the star man of the night. 6 assists as well for Patrick Richard, who also got into double figures as far as the point scoring was concerned. 10 points for him, and 10 points as well for Javon McRae, whose influence really came in the early stages of the game. He got them up and running. And for the visiting side, Barnett had a decent spell. Got 13 points in the end, 7 rebounds as well. He had a pretty decent game. Not enough of his teammates really turning up on the night. 10 points for Pasalic as well, who had some positive moments in the game, as did Mandash, who also had a couple of very forgettable and unpleasant moments for him. There's that simple layup, which will probably stick in the mind, and it was fairly significant because it was a 13-point game at that stage. Had he made that, it would have been 11, but he missed. Seconds later it was a 15-point lead, and that really could have made a huge difference at the end, although the home side always looked as though they were in control. They led from very early on in the first quarter, and they never fell behind. So all over here at the Beit Maccabi Arena. Maccabi Rand Media, 13-point winners on the night. They've beaten Oradea 69-56.